Hi, I'm Gabe.
And I'm Kat.
And we're the Ghouls Next Door. Hey, so welcome to Ghouls Next Door.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Cool.
Are you excited? Are you excited about our episode?
So pumped. It's midnight on a Thursday.
we roll hard.
Woo!
Oh,
Adulthood.
No. We don't have jobs in the morning.
So many jobs.
I'm sorry, love. Alright, yeah. Well, we're excited about today's episode. Because it is about...
Hide your brains.
Zombies! Hide your brains. Hide your guts. Because zombies out here eating everybody.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, so, but just specifically wanted to mention, although we are doing zombies, this isn't going to be the last time you're going to hear from us
About
in
zombies.
our zombie life.
Like, zombies is a really big category. There's so many different kinds of zombies. There's so many different categories of zombies that, like, you think an hour's long. If we were just to keep going into the all times of the night, we'd be here for fucking days.
Yeah, and it just, there's a lot of content to talk about with zombies. Like, you really can't, like, there's a lot of different kinds of zombies. There's a lot of different zombie media examples. There's video games, there's comic books, there's The Walking Dead, there's the old movies, there's the new movies, there's the real zombies. It's just never ending.
Yeah.
So
you couldn't do it in one day.
There's no way. So you're definitely going to hear more. So this is just more like a teaser, just like a kind of intro to zombies.
Zombies Part 1.
Woo! Part 1 of all of them.
1 million.
1 million zombies.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot, and that's a scary time.
We're going to talk about Dawn of the Dead, both the old and the new one. But that does not mean that, like, other movies don't exist, and that it doesn't in any way mean that these are our favorite. It's just what we decided to talk about, because it has, they're both similarly plotted, but you can see the kind of growth and the difference, even in just, like, the world around us and how we accept and understand and fear zombies now.
Yeah, blueface versus new face.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, it's a new phrase that's existed forever.
a new phrase.
Both of those things did not make sense yet.
No. And we'll definitely get to the bottom of it. And if you guys haven't seen the old Dawn of the Dead, it's okay. You don't have to.
We
really
did it
for
long.
you. It's very long.
And
Why did we
it's
watch these
comical.
long ones?
It's like not scary at any point. Like there's not even a second of it. Well, I'm sure like when it came out it was scary as anything, but there's not like a second of it that was scary because
mm-hmm.
everyone's faces were blue.
That's the only reason.
That's what made it goofy. Like I feel like if they were just like bloody or whatever, it'd still be a zombie movie to me. It'd be cheesy,
mm-hmm.
but their faces were blue. It's like, no, that's not... People's faces don't get that blue when they die. You have to put straight up freaking blue paint on their face. You could have just, like, made them pale. I don't know. Put some red crap, ketchup all over them. It was just too much. It was just too much.
Yeah.
And I couldn't take it seriously. I was like, nah, they're blue people. I can't.
Yeah.
This isn't done.
And
this ain't scary no more.
We're definitely going to talk more about specifically the old Dawn of the Dead. We'll give you a review and we'll talk about the blues powder people. But we want
Fear the powder.
What we always like to start with is kind of like our personal take on the subject or interactions with things of the nature.
So for those of you who do not give a crap about us and our personal lives, feel free to fast forward.
Tough.
Or now you have to listen.
Learn about us. We're important.
The jail of Cat and Gabe.
Yes.
Learn
if you
about
can get
lives.
through this part, you can get to the good part.
You can survive the apocalypse if you can listen to us talk about ourselves for 10 minutes.
Maybe.
We'll find out.
Next time. No. So, Kat, tell us about what are your feelings on zombies and what has your experience been?
Yeah, like any 90s child, I have a weird obsession with the apocalypse and zombie things in general. I mean, that was like when like I don't know when Silent Hill and Resident Evil came out, but that's like when it was a thing for me. Like I always remember watching my friend's parents play it, which was probably kind of weird. It's like, why? Why are you playing this in front of the kids? But we would stay up to like 3 a.m. playing Resident Evil. And I was always too scared to play. So I would always just like let him play, and I'd be like, this is so cool. I get to stay up late and then watch scary things that are definitely not appropriate for my age. This is awesome. He says ass cream instead of ice cream as a joke. What? Let's watch some Resident Evil stuff. This is great. So like just because I like the games, I by default was like movies also. And I mean, I've seen all of those, too. Sorry, I'm not talking to the thing about that.
I know you want to look at me.
It's because it's weird. We're not sitting across from each other like we usually do. We don't have our usual setup.
It's a little better.
But yeah, so it was fun. I mean, and I always kind of had my own theories of what I would do when the end of the world became upon us. Like, I think I was always a really anxious child. Like, I would make, like... This is for, like, weather-related fear. But also for, like, apocalypse zombie-related fear. Is that I always had a backpack that had, like, whatever I thought was essential at that time in my life.
Mm-hmm.
With, like, all that stuff in it. So, like, I'd have my favorite Beanie Baby. Plus, like, a blanket and some, like, clothes. And, like, a water bottle. And, like, this
your escape pack.
Yeah, I had an escape pack because I was a crazy little anxious child. I was like, I'm ready to go at any time. Let's go. And I would have drills. That was another really fun thing.
You had drills?
I had drills. So I had hurricane drills, tornado drills.
And zombie drills.
And, yeah, zombie drills.
Fire drills.
Yeah, I would just get my bag and I would, like, hide in the closet. That would be the thing that I did. I thought it was really fun.
That's not very productive.
I didn't tell anyone. And then I had, like, the secret fort in the backyard that was inside of a bush, which I thought was the coolest thing.
Okay.
And I hid inside this bush. And if zombies took over, I feel like it's a perfect spot to hide. No one's going to check inside of a bush. It looks so inconspicuous.
A cat in the bush is worth two in the hand.
Yeah, it's a phrase now.
That's what they said.
But my bush...
what about your bush? Tell us about
I didn't think about it that way.
Tell me about your bush.
I said that word so many times. I didn't even think... This is my child mind that you're ruining.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
When I was little, I thought I had no qualms about it. I was like, that's a normal thing to say. I don't know what that is yet.
I'm in the bush.
But yeah, it was like my fort. It was cool.
Yeah.
If zombies took over, that's where I'll go. I don't know if it's still there, but that's where I'll go. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, when I grew up, I was known as the zombie kid. Well, one, I just really love horror things, so I was known for that in my household. But also, yeah, I just loved, like, I watched all the zombie movies. I had zombie comic books and video games and all of that. And my best friend growing up always had emergency zombie escape plans, kind of like you had. And she would update me all the time based on, like, she moved a lot, and so she would just be like, hey, just so you know, this is the new plan.
This is the rendezvous spot.
Yes, this is what your job is.
Whatever state we're in, let's go.
Don't forget the canned food and the can opener. So it was definitely very serious. And I'm sure it's still active somewhere. Like, I could probably find it. But yeah, it was just like I was always known for that. And one of the first movies, if you can call it that, I've ever made was on YouTube. You're not allowed to look it up. That's a zombie movie that I made where I just like dressed up my brother and sister and myself in very terrible zombie makeup, like cut up our shirt. It was like fun, and then we just had like this weird zombie movie.
Attack of the Blue Powder People.
Yep, it just like we were like gray powder people. That's like the best that we could do, but it was super fun, and I've just always loved zombies, and I just think the idea of them is really interesting.
Yeah, I think what always appealed to me, not even about zombies, but like about the world ending. This is like weird, but like that gives you the opportunity to have like a meaningful exit. That's always how I kind of took it. Where like if you're gonna die, you're gonna either do it like hopefully helping somebody else, or like your life's gonna immediately have way more meaning. So like especially in like Dawn of the Dead, the guy who worked at Best Buy.
Yeah,
and then he was like this leader character. But yeah, so instead of, like, going about your regular, mundane, like, normal human existence, you have, like, I don't want to say the opportunity because you're kind of forced into it. But, like, you know, you have the potential to, like, rise above whatever your previous state was and be, like, some kind of leader or, like, thrive in resourcefulness and resiliency and stuff like that. Like, those are all things that help you survive a zombie apocalypse.
Well, it's like you, like... all the rules that we previously adhered to are gone. They're thrown out the window.
Yeah.
Because now it's just survival.
An
and so it's just this, yeah, it's this basic thing. And so you're now functioning because you have those qualities.
Yeah.
So, like, you're not defined anymore by what you do or, like, what kind of life you came from, because everyone's life is shit now.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter.
Even playing field for always. Empathy, don't need it.
Yeah.
Everyone's life sucks.
Yeah, everyone's mom is dead.
God.
Everyone's mom is dead. That's it. That's the end.
Yeah, no, it's real.
No one can cry. No one can be upset because we're all in this shit together.
Yeah. So, I mean, and then also it's like, I'm not going to lie, I know because of my medical handicaps, I'd be dead in seconds.
Oh.
Or at least pretty quickly. Like, the first 3 weeks of it happening, I'd probably die.
I'm sure we can find, like, your medicine. Because we could just break into the
bunch,
thing.
Though.
We
it's
can
not
break
like it's
in.
like one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But
Because
how
of
many
my
other
medical
narcoleptics are going to be alive?
Valid. If anything,
So
my narcolepsy medicine will make me focused as hell. Snipe the crap out of those fuckers. Let's go. But, yeah. So, I mean, I don't have any impractical expectations for myself if the apocalypse does happen to happen. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll die within the first 3 weeks. But at least I know that I'm going to do it in a cool way. Like, go out in blaze of glory. Saving some, like, kid or cat or friend. I don't know. So, like, yeah. In a perfect world, I survive, but I don't think that that's real because I need medicine to live.
And then I saw her face. No, and then I ate her face. No Zombeliever. Not a trace. The brain of my mind. I'm so hungry. I'm zombie believer. I couldn't eat her if I tried. And then I ate her face. Now I'm a zombie believer.
It's really complicated.
Yeah. Yeah, so do you have any history that you want to talk about?
You do.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know if you had anything.
No, I mean, I did research, but I feel like you knew more about it in terms of, like, what zombies really are. I mean, I read the whole zombie survival guide stuff. So I know there's, like, all different kinds of zombies, and there's the ones that are, like, from hell, and that are God's way of being like, haha, fuckers, I got you. We're all full down here.
You know my
Should've
favorite
been better.
zombie from the Bible?
Which one?
Jesus.
Because he does come back
He
from
came
the
back
dead.
to life. So he's a zombie.
I'm sure that's blasphemous in some
There's
sort of
a bunch of
capacity.
zombie Jesus memes, and they always come out during Easter.
Oh.
Because that's his zombie holiday.
Yeah. Huh. I never knew.
Well, what other kinds of zombies are addressed in the zombie survival guide?
Well, they talk about the ones that are kind of just like voodoo gone wrong, kind of like slow. They weren't kind of Pet Sematary-esque.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Where like
Yeah.
they brought them back with magic, and they weren't supposed to be brought back, so they're not the same.
Yeah.
And like they're like kind of like weird now, kind of like Frankenstein-esque.
But
like,
yeah, but they're still like people.
Yeah, but they're still people. Where like I feel like in the movies, it's always like they're not people no more. They're just murderous,
Instinctual, like animals.
Yeah, like eat your brains, eat your kids. I don't know.
Yeah, just like husbands do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, doing that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, the zombie survival guide's good. World War Z.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I
It's the same guy.
don't know. I didn't love Zombie Survival Guide only because like maybe I read it wrong. I was a little young when I read it. I didn't think there was anything like that practical in there. It taught me about how to build traps and shit. That's cool.
Nice.
But like I need to light fires and catch food and like plant stuff. I'll probably die from my own doing before a zombie eats me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I can't feed myself, I can't like figure out hygiene stuff and all that whatchamawhat. Like that's gonna kill me first. Like you said that one book you were reading, The Stand or whatever?
Yeah.
Where they just like fill in holes and like starve to death and stuff.
Yeah, there's
Where,
like
people will kill
several
people
chapters of that.
during the apocalypse way more probably. Not way more, but like equally or as horribly
Yeah.
as people will kill people.
Well, I think like the initial thing is like people will be infected and they die because it's probably a sickness, the way like I Am Legend is.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely that element of understanding that the whole world is different, and there's people who rely on our modern day things, like you were saying, like your medication. Like, what if someone had diabetes and can't get access to insulin?
Yeah.
Done. You're done. You have 0 things.
There's a lot of just, like, regular stuff that, like, we are now dependent on that, like, would immediately make us more susceptible to just immediate death.
Yeah. And that's, like, in The Stand, there's just, like, 3 chapters that's just people dying from stupid things, and it's, like, a little boy who fell in a hole and, like, broke his leg. But he was, like, 4. Ugh, it was horrible. Yeah. Yeah, Stephen King's an asshole. We've already addressed this. That's definitely... So, we were saying earlier is that, there are different kinds of zombies, and in history, there's actually real zombies, and, like, the history of zombies comes from, like, Haiti, or, like, African roots. It kind of formed during, like, slavery. Yeah. So, and not just, like, white people going over there and enslaving them. Like, they had slave trade previously before that as well. Yeah. And it was just this idea, like, the horror itself, that idea is dying and then still being a slave. Oof, yeah. Like, you're undead, now your body can't rest, your soul can't rest, and you're still working for your oppressor. Yeah. Like, that's what the horror is. And then it's, like, mix that with, like, voodoo and, like, hoodoo and all those kinds of just magics that people believed in. And that is what kind of made it a reality. Yeah. But specifically for, like, in Haiti, there was this idea, there's actually, like, real zombies. It was kind of this mix of spells plus this powder. Yeah. And,
powder people.
Yeah, well, it was, like, this, like, powder that, would be administered to them. It was, like, a poison. Okay. And it had tetrodotoxin,
which is in Zombie Survival Guide.
Well, yeah, I
remember reading.
Because that's where they come from. Yeah. So they're definitely probably talking about it.
Because it's like, these are the types of zombies that exist.
Yeah, and tetrodotoxin is, like, a poison that's found in pufferfish. Oh, okay. And what pufferfish do, like, if you're stung by them... some of the side effects is, like, disorientation, aggressiveness, paralysis, definitely. Like, you can definitely lose, like, feeling of things. And then also, like, you can get, like, wounds. Like, you can just start, like, almost kind of decaying and then probably eventually lead to death if it's untreated. Yeah. So they would create, like, potions with this toxin that wasn't enough to kill someone, but it was enough to make it look like they died. So then they would be pronounced dead, buried alive, and then the person who did that to them would dig them up, and now they were, like, they're disoriented, they're out of their heads, they just died. So they were essentially zombies, and so they would be put to work. That's fucked up. And this is, like, this is, like, real life. There was also, like, tied to that was ideas of using that kind of magic to get back at the people who were enslaving them. So this idea of, like, we could use this as revenge, and now they're our slaves, and they don't get to rest. So it's, like, kind of, like, turning the tide there. So instead of us being slaves forever, it's them. Yeah. And there's a whole lot more. There's been, like, lots of research, and there's a lot of deep meaning behind all of those things, but, I mean, we don't have time for all of that today. But that's just, like, that's kind of where zombies really started. Yeah. Or at least the word zombie itself started from there, from, like, Haitian culture. For me, what zombies really represent, and why it's so terrifying for people, is that you are losing yourself. Yeah. And we pride ourselves so much on, one, having intelligence. Yeah. And, like, having common sense and having, like...
control.
Yes. Like, we have thoughts. And that's what makes us better than animals. Is that we can form opinions and thoughts and make decisions that are more than just, like, our instincts.
That's the human stuff.
Yeah. So when you take that away and you reduce us just to, like, eating machines, also cannibals, which is terrifying for people. It's like, we're at the top of the food chain, and if you're also, like, what's eating us... You're
gonna start eating each other,
Yeah, it's like,
who's at the top now? We're all here. What is this?
What are we doing? We're all friends. Yeah. Humans are friends, not food.
Yeah, that one.
Zombie rights matter. Yeah. But, I mean, and that's what I think, like, why zombies are really scary, is just, one, how quickly it spreads. Yeah. And it's exactly like what they were saying, is, like, you don't get rest. Yeah. You're just dead, and then now you're one of them. And you turn on the people that you love. Yeah. Like, odds are you ate your mom.
It's scary in all different ways. Like, it's scary in the religious sense. It's scary in the, you don't have control over yourself anymore. Just, like, as a human instinct, that's, like, scary.
Did you have any last thoughts about Just zombies in general.
Only bad people survive.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Because it
becomes
you have to do fucked up shit, and you have to just worry about yourself.
Yeah, you got to be like, I'm in this for me. You don't say you do you. You're like, you do you. It's like your mantra for your life.
Yeah, well, because like as soon as you start caring for other people,
then they start dying, and you're sad.
And you're well. Then also, like if you try to go back and you try to save them, you try to do and then you make
can't be a good person. It's just like you can't. Like those people are not going to make it to the end, and then that's kind of fucked up because that's what's like what life is on from that point forward. Like any humans that survive, like that's the future of the human race at that point. It's just like people who have like brutally murdered each other. But I guess that's our history already.
And then her face. Now I'm a Zombeliever.
It's really complicated.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really complicated. Zombeliever is not a smooth statement. It's not a smooth
I said it like 3 times.
I'm just very proud of you.
Alright, and we're back.
You're back. I'm back. We're back.
And we're back from outer space. I just came back to find that look upon her face.
'Cause it's blue.
'Cause you're a zombie.
Yeah.
And I should have made you leave your keys. And now you're back.
So you can't eat me.
You're back to eat my face. Go on now, go.
Back out the door.
Don't turn around now.
I'm
not hungry anymore.
I don't want your face to eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay!
That's the whole thing. We did a bit. Look at us go.
Yeah. Zombie sounds.
What's that zombie sounds?
Alright, so we watched... Yes, it is. Now I'm gonna be...
We watched Blueface Powder People. It was an excellent movie.
We watched both Dawn of the Deads
Blueface Powder People.
The first one was Blueface Powder People. They were purple people eaters.
No, they were blue people eaters.
Maybe the people were purple that they ate.
Pig people eaters?
No,
it's purple.
They were people
eaters. That's a Mitch
eaters.
Hedberg joke.
Yes.
I don't know about purple people. I can't get on board with that.
But they were people eaters.
Yeah, they ate the face.
Brief synopsis, if you have not seen either one of those, because you're missing out on some cool stuff. Both of them are very similar in that there's a zombie outbreak, a disease that spreads that causes people to eat other people, as zombie movies go.
The difference is one takes 8 years to tell you that. And the other one is just like zombies from the beginning, where it's just like blood and guts and children eating adults and adults trying to murder wives. I don't know. It was crazy. But like the first one, it's like sit here for 20 minutes and then watch people be shocked as blue people wander around and bite things. And they're like not even scary. They literally go so slowly.
But
they walk slowly. They just lay there, and sometimes they get up for some reason.
Yeah.
It was just the dumbest thing. And then it felt like I fell asleep for like an hour, and then suddenly they were at the mall finally.
Yeah. Well, and that's what really happens in it, is that there's a zombie outbreak, and then the story follows survivors who find themselves in a mall. Malls full of stores. Lots of very convenient stores.
Yeah. I was like, that mall's crazy. There's a grocery store in there.
There's a lot
of things. There's a bed store in there. It's like, what store is this?
Is it Mall of America both times?
Because I've been to many malls that ain't got shit going on in there. It's like, oh, here's some clothes that cost no money, but they're going to break in a day. That's the whole thing. That's what the mall is.
Maybe we had a lot because ours being, renovated.
There's like a food court. There's not a grocery store. If anything, you might have a Hallmark. Like, that's the closest that you'll get to, like, food being in a store because they have candy.
Oh. Well, you could probably go, there's places that have candy. But,
they don't have a grocery store, is my point.
Like, and it's just these, these survivors living in the mall and trying to survive. And, it's convenient because they have all these stores and all these luxuries. But because they're relatively safe for the majority of it, it definitely becomes more of a conversation of, like, what are people when everything else is gone?
Yeah.
Like, when there are no rules. So it's, like, it really brings out the truth in people, especially during the new one. There's a lot more people and there's a lot more personalities happening.
Yeah.
Whereas the first one was just, I feel like no
There
one
were
was
only
really
3.
bad.
There was just 3 people, and
There's
then there was
4.
the biker people.
Yeah, and but
There
that was
were
like
4
at the
people?
end. Yeah,
I don't remember there being 4, but there was 4 people apparently. Cool.
yeah, because there's.
I was there. I watched it. It was just so long.
Maybe
I
there
can't
was only
focus
3.
for that long.
It was a very long film,
It was
and
the
so the
longest
old
movie.
one is George A. Romero. I said his name really wrong.
Yeah.
Weird. George A. Romero.
Cool.
That's a little better.
I guess.
Who is like the OG horror director of the
Yeah,
world.
he made all the zombie
He
films.
created it. He made it. All hail George A. Romero. He wrote that, and that's what's unique and great about it. And they were definitely blue, I guess, because there was a limit on special effects makeup and at the time, so corpses lose their faces colors.
It was just so goofy
For us, but I think it's just like these are other things. But it spent a lot. It was a lot of just exposition.
Yeah.
The beginning is just like, hey, something's happening, and it's just people talking on the news.
Yeah.
And that's like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Before you even see the first zombie.
I think I know that they were just trying to not make it seem like they were actually hitting people, but there's so many parts where it was just so funny. Because, the way they would attack the zombies when they were, trying to kill them or whatever is, I remember this one part where he literally was, running to, hit him with his, hammer tool.
Mm-hmm.
And he literally, flopped into him and then fell somehow. And then just got up and then the zombie didn't get up.
Yeah.
And I was like, you did not hit him.
Yeah,
and that looked ridiculous.
He did hit him.
It was the most absurd thing I've ever seen. And, they were just really weird about killing the zombies. The way they did it was, goofy as hell. It looked so fake.
It was pretty bad.
But it was really funny. It was just way too long. I couldn't do it.
We didn't but sadly, we did not actually finish it. So I don't actually know what happens at
That's
the end.
That's what the fire stick did, though. It wasn't our fault.
Yeah,
it
stopped it. We were watching, and then it stopped, and it was like, I'm not going to try to find it again. Yeah, but I mean, it was very slow. I just appreciate that it existed.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the idea behind it is good. I like plan that was set out. I think it's just given the time that it was made, it's like they just didn't have the things to make it as cool as it could be.
Which
I'm
is
sure
I
it
think
was
why
cool
they
when
remade
it was happening.
Yeah. And when they remade it, I think that's kind of what it was. Because it's like George A. Romero was a writer on the new one. It's Zack Snyder now, which is people have a love-hate relationship with him. He was the one, he helped write it. So it's just kind of his original idea. We just put modern technology on it.
Yeah.
And we beef the fuck up these zombies. Because those are the scariest zombies. Because most of them are slow because they're dying. These ones are on fucking speed.
Yeah, no, they're
on
crazy.
cocaine.
Yeah, no, they're really crazy. They break their heads through doors or punch a windshield.
Yeah, they're very
Crazy
rabid.
shit.
Instead of being sedated monsters that are oh, I want to eat you.
I want to eat you, but I'm not going to try that hard.
Well, I can't because my body is decaying.
But what gets me is how is it spread so fast if these zombies are so bad at being zombies? It's just stupid people being oh, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Chomp.
Well, that's exactly what the beginning is. When you have zombie movies, they tend to always have no one knows what zombies are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I saw someone with their face like that, and it not blue, but
if I saw someone
up.
with blueface, I would also be kind of concerned.
But I feel I wouldn't be the one to address it unless it's a child. That's the only time. So I would die like the guy does in the first scene.
Yeah.
Because he goes to check on the kid.
He goes to check on the kid.
That would be my week. I would super be dead. But any other situation, if there's a grown ass adult walking down the street and they're doing this twitchy
What if
movement,
I'm doing that? What if you wake up one day and I'm at your door and I'm a little twitchy? Wouldn't you just be what the fuck is wrong with you, Gabe? I need to help you.
Well, it depends on what your face looked like.
Well, I don't look messed up. I have blood on me, but that could mean that someone came and attacked me, and now I can't speak.
I don't know, man.
See?
I feel if you were doing twitchy things and you ran at me, I'd be bye.
Well, that's too late now. It's too late now.
I think I could outrun you in that situation.
Not if I'm the second Dawn of the Dead zombie.
It's called We Have Lots of Doors.
But I still think it would be it's the surprise. Yeah. That's what it is. It's that element of surprise and not understanding. So it's like we have people who get on bath salts and eat people's faces.
Yeah,
but no one's like, that means zombies are alive. Like, it would take until it's that scene in the newer Dawn of the Dead where she's driving and you're just getting this pan and this long shot of like
chaos.
Just absolutely, like, here she's literally in the suburbs and it's just hell. It's people running and screaming, neighbors eating neighbors, children eating parents, like car crashes, there's police cars on fire. It's just absolute chaos.
And that's what I think it would be like if it actually happened.
Because it would happen, it would be really fast and it would spread really fast because no one would really know about it or address. Even us knowing what zombies are, it would take us a minute.
Adjustment. At least one thing, though, that's in every zombie movie that would throw the world to shit. When you shoot them in the head, that's not the thing. What if it's the heart? What if real zombies were like roaming the streets, fucking shit up? That it's not, you don't shoot them in the brain, because that's what every single movie has taught me that I should do.
What if it was not, because the reason it's the brain is because that's where, like, all the messages are coming from. But what if it was, like, Attack on Titans, and it had to be the neck?
Yeah.
Like, if you had to slice someone's neck every time, that's really hard.
Yeah, that's
but everyone would be shooting people in the head, and they'd still be coming at you, because it's their neck.
Yeah. That's what I think would be, like, the biggest twist, if it's not what they've been telling me for years.
Yeah.
Is the solution to the problem.
Yeah, that would probably, so it would be, like, for us, our challenges would, one, that people would still not accept that it's zombies, and then when they did, they would be following rules that exist elsewhere and not in our actual reality.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be like,
because there's such a zombie culture.
Yeah.
It's not like it's so outlandish. Like, people would... Nowadays, like, there's that prank with the zombie, like, the guy wakes up to the zombies and he goes to, like, the guys on the basketball court and they fucking chase him. And it's, like, really funny. Because he's like, I'm a zombie. And they're like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck you, get out of my face.
That's how most people would react. But it's, like, I definitely think the reason why it spreads so quickly is because people, especially in that world where there isn't even zombie lore, like, there's no zombie information, that it's very easy for it to spread. Yeah. Because it's their loved ones eating you. And you're like, Mom, what's wrong? Your instinct
is to, like, help the person you care about. And not to run away from them being like, you're a zombie, bye!
And then before you know it, it's the majority of the population. So you really don't have anywhere to go. There's nowhere to be. Another thing that happens, like, in The Walking Dead that I always thought is, like, there's the ones that are, like, not actively coming after you. They're just there. And so, like, you're walking by and then they bite your ankle.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of shit. Like, that is what could possibly happen in the first Dawn of the Dead. Yeah. Is that those slow zombies are there. But it's their numbers and the fact that it literally takes one bite and infects you and now you're a zombie. Like, you have zero thing. Like, you just can't, you can always be bundled up. Hopefully it's not the summer and you're in Florida. Also, World War Z was like, go to Alaska because it's cold and they'll die.
Yeah, I feel like that's always the thing I always thought of, too, is that you should go somewhere cold.
Or they'll slow down.
Yeah, because disease spreads slower, too. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's what heat, like, festers.
Yeah.
Illness.
Yeah, that's why, like, hospitals are so cool. But yeah, and the film is, both of them, the new one. It's not new. Newer.
I have to like the new one because I've seen it so many times. Like, I grew up with that movie. Mm-hmm. Like, that was something I did watch with my stepdad. Like, he had it, like, that was... When he died, that was one of the things we inherited, was, like, a DVD set of Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
So, like, I watched it all the time. Just because it was, like, one, it was, like, a fond memory. But then also, it was just, like, I was like, zombies, yeah. Plan my escape from this world as a badass machete-wielding, zombie-killing machine.
Yeah. And I think...
But I always like the second one. Like, the new one, I mean. Right?
Yeah. Well, even in, like, comparing them to the other zombie movies of the time, these were, like, the most fucked up zombies. Because they were so fast. And I don't think they were necessarily smart, but they still kind of, like... I feel like their instincts were way more on point than, like, other zombie movies of the time.
They can wield tools and shit.
Yeah, but then you also have, like, a great cast. I love that Phil Dunphy from Modern Family's there, but he's, like, an asshole. Yeah. And it's so weird to see, like... to
he's
see
like a
him.
nice guy in the
And he's like
show.
really dumb and just like the sweetest dad. And then in this, he's just like, I just fuck this lady all the time.
And there's camera. And
It's
I'm
gross. Yeah.
chainsaws and shit.
And then there's the infamous zombie baby.
Yeah.
Of Mekhi Phifer.
Yeah.
His zombie baby. Which was like crazy. And there's been several zombie babies since. Like that's just a thing now. It's a trope.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was the first time I ever saw it. And I was like, oh my god, I didn't think about that. And it's fucked up.
Yeah. Like what would happen?
It's so gross too. And it's like...
Yeah, no, like that scene was like a big thing for me too. I was like, "Whoa, that's so gross," but also, what? Don't get pregnant. It could be a zombie.
Yes, don't get pregnant. It could be a zombie.
If they come out,
because then your kids eat
your
you.
family.
Don't get pregnant because your kids will eat you.
Yeah, don't
That's
get married because they'll eat your kids.
But don't have kids because they'll eat you. Wait, hold on.
It's a hard thing.
It's a hard knock life.
It's only when you're pregnant. Once it's out, it's fine. I don't know how the logic works.
You can adopt.
But I'm going to go with that.
Okay. I really enjoyed... It just kind of felt like it wasn't always like, oh, it's impending doom and there's zombies. Like, it was a lot of focus on, like, the people there and, like, this, like, community and finding, like, hope despite it all. And, like, I love that they had the game with the guy who was running the gun shop.
Yeah.
And he was, like, they were playing checkers, and then they were playing the game where they would, like...
His name was Andy?
Yeah.
I liked Andy.
Yeah, and they would, like, they'd be like, hey, shoot Rosie O'Donnell, or whatever, and one of the zombies looked like a celebrity, and he would shoot them, and he'd get it right.
Yeah.
Like, that was cute, and, like, spoilers, his death was, like, really
so tragic.
sad, because he was like,
so tragic.
Those fuckers really bite you, and everyone's like, fuck.
And you're like, no, not Andy.
Yeah.
It was sad.
I think, like, one thing that I find interesting when like, a zombie movie is first starting, and they're figuring out, like, what is this kind of zombie, like, what is the situation, is finding out whether or not the disease is, like, airborne and, like, in you, so if you die, you just get reanimated, or you have to be bitten.
Or you have to be bitten.
And so everyone just kind of doesn't know how it spreads, because, I mean, it could be waterborne, it could be airborne, it could be parasites, it could be birds, like, there's so many things. It could be something you ate today, it could be something that tried to eat you. There's a number of things.
I don't remember what it is in, like, because I've seen so many zombie movies, like 28 Days Later, I don't remember what it is. But
I don't think you know.
Okay.
Really, because that one was hella about people. Because there's, like, the fear of the girl, like, because she's, like, gonna be raped. Because she's, like, the only girl that's left. And men suck.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was definitely, I felt like there was less about zombies. Like, the zombies came purely as just, like, we're gonna drive the plot forward.
Well, yeah, the biggest thing I think it was further saying, like, only bad people survive this. And the ones who aren't bad that do survive are going to be victim to them.
Yeah.
And, like, that's going to be the thing that takes them out, not the zombies.
Yeah.
Like, fear people more than zombies kind of thing.
Yeah. It's kind of like the quote that I'm going to totally destroy right now, but the one where it's just, like, live, like, if you're a hero, like, you live long enough to see yourself become the villain or something.
Yeah.
Something to that extent. Because at some point, you run out of that good in you, because now you're just like, well, fuck, like, no one else is playing by the rules. Yeah. It's out, and it takes you that time to figure it out, and it's like The Road, where, you know, that one really fucked me up. That book and that movie really fucked me up, because it's just like, people who are supposed to be good aren't good anymore.
Yeah, and it's, like, the worst, because everyone's like that. Like, your mom just ate your dad, and then also, like, the people that aren't like that are also terrible. They're not following societal norms. They're just murdering people to get their food and stuff. Because it's just Darwinism out the wazoo.
Yeah. Or if, like, your mom somehow does survive, seeing, like, I feel like it would kind of be even more tragic to see her...
Like, do fucked up things?
Yeah, like, to survive. And, like, honestly, like, she would want to protect you, and she'd have her mother, but she would, like, yeah, I think our mom specifically would probably be a little harder than we would. Like, they would probably be very on it to just be like, I gotta save my babies. Yeah. I know what it means to, like, fucking fight my ass off. Yeah. Whereas we'd be like, wait, hold on, like, people matter.
Don't do it.
Yeah. So I think that would kind of even... No.
Yeah, I don't know which one it would be, like, a switch. I'd have, like, I'd probably develop multiple personality disorder, if we're being very real. Because I think one half of me would care so much, and the other half of me would be a cold, murderous beast. So I don't know which one it would be. Because I feel like there'd be a switch that would go off. Like, a certain amount of fucked up things would have to happen.
Yeah.
Where then I was just
like if you had to kill your mom because she got bitten after she's been
I think I would just be like numb as hell, and I would either be like really badass but like also awful.
Yeah.
Or I would like die in some kind of like nice way where I was like helping something.
I don't think I'd honestly want to survive.
I don't think I would want to survive either. I don't think I'm made for that kind of situation.
Like, I wouldn't want to be a zombie, and if I figured out that, like, it's not, like, you don't get reanimated regardless, then I would just, like, be like, it's time to go. And take some pills and go to sleep. Because it's like, what future do you have? Like, you're never going to be safe. Yeah. Even if the zombies die, even if you live in World War Z times where we somehow get a military and fight them, and we get something back. Yeah. Like, you're still, like, you've lost so much in the world. Like, you have to rebuild. Like, that's so much pressure. Like, I can't even adult right now. Yeah. And if it was, like, I'm the only adult now, like, damn.
It depends on who survived with me and, like, what our situation was.
It sounds so hard.
I feel like if we, like, had a plan and we were set up and we could be safe for, like, a few months, it's like once I sensed it was probably going to start to go to shit, I'd be like, let's go together. Let's, like, cult this, guys.
Commune.
But then I also feel like this is kind of, like, the history major in me, that I would want to, like, write a lot of stuff, like, about what life was like before and, like, what I was doing as it was going down, and to kind of just have that. Yeah. Like, I don't know if anyone would ever read it, but what if they did?
Everyone's dead.
Yeah, but what if that's something that's, like, in history books now? Yeah. Because I wrote down. So I think I would want to do all of that and then die.
I think, like, for me, like, with Dawn of the Dead, like, it bothers me that they leave the mall. And it wasn't because they ran out of food or resources. They just, like, go because they're like, we can't stay here forever. But it's like, but you can stay here until, like, you absolutely can't anymore. My kind of plan, if they're zombies, or something like them, would be to go home to where my mom lives, because they live in the middle of the woods, where there's maybe 3 neighbors, and they're, like, miles away, and they have lots of guns, because they hunt. Yeah. So I'd probably still be a vegetarian, but my mom has a really nice garden. Yeah. So, that's exactly where I would fucking be. You're invited, Kat. Nobody else is, because then it's dangerous. It's a dangerous game.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I used to have this whole plan about where I would go and, like, who I would see. Mm-hmm. But that always changes, and I feel like this is messed up, Mom. I hope you're not listening. But I feel like I wouldn't go for my family, because I would kind of hope that they don't survive. Yeah. Because I would kind of want them to just go out early, not have to see the horrible shit. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see my brother's, like, life view change. I don't want it to be Carl.
Yeah. Coral!
Yeah. Like, I can't. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it'd be better if they didn't see it happen, and then also, potentially, like, I don't know how it would be, that they don't see me be like that. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to have them have their, like, image of me shattered. So if I was going to do it, I'd want to do it, like, solo.
Yeah. Well, I just want to use my mom for her resources.
Yeah. And I also hope that by the time that something, like, happens, I've gone for a full hermit, and, like, I have a cabin, like, and we can, like, have a community out in the middle of nowhere with our, like, bunker of supplies. And the zombies don't bother us, and we just have, like, a nice life. It'll take us so long to figure out zombies that were even there, because we're so secluded from the world. It's going to be so beautiful.
You're a crazy person.
One day I want to be a hermit. I want to be a grandpa hermit.
Grandpa hermit.
I want to learn how to plan all my stuff. I want to plan all my stuff. I want to live out in the middle of nowhere. No one talk to me. Just read books all day and play video games. Okay. I go away for a month and I come back. That's my life.
Well, I hope you don't come back during the time when the zombies are here.
Yeah. Well, I'll just, like, I'll be, like, on the edge of town.
You can have, like,
it's like, look, it's like, that radio. Looks bad. And then turn around.
You're crazy. That's not how that works. I don't like the look of those people.
I mean, in the city, though, we're gonna die. We got no hope.
Dead. Yeah.
I work in a school. That's like, zombie apocalypse in a school? No.
That's like ground zero.
That's some scary stuff.
Well, like, in this close proximity of time, like, yeah, there would be no surviving, because we're just way too close. it would spread way too quickly. There's nowhere to hide.
There's nowhere really to run.
Yeah,
either.
like you can't get out. We're in. We're stuck.
Yeah, like how would we get out? There's no.
Yeah, no.
There's too many people. Like if the zombies didn't get us, the people would. And there's just like
Sorry, Philly, but y'all are sketchy as fuck.
Yeah, no, we're all gonna die. But like I don't want to leave either. So like, come on, don't let zombies happen. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to
Guys,
move.
don't be zombies.
I don't have to move.
For us. So, are you down with the sickness or brains? Because you're brain dead because you're a zombie now.
Down with the sickness.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm for it.
Get down with the sickness. Get up, get down with the sickness. Yes.
Get up.
Come on, get down with the sickness.
I'm for it. I mean, I don't want zombies to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't know how I would do if zombies did happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I'd either kill it or I'd be so good at the survival and like helping others survive. I get to be like that weird idealistic shit that I do in my day to day. Or I would die really quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one it is, but I'm kind of okay with either.
Yeah. You know, parts of me sometimes, especially when I was a teenager, what I loved about it was like, it meant there was an opportunity for things to be very different.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a freedom in a way where it's like now all rules are off, you know, no holds barred, and you're just surviving, and I felt like that opened a door for things. Of course, there's like, I definitely did understand what it meant to be like a woman, and that it was probably not going to be super great, but yeah, as like a youth, I was like, fuck yeah. Have chainsaws.
I don't know what scary, old-timey, you see a woman, you do the things.
Yeah.
She wants to or not. Like, that's scary, and that's a thing that it would probably be like if the zombie apocalypse happened. But I was very similar in that way, where, like, I used to love, like, the Hunger Games series and stuff like that, where it's just, like, when life throws shit at you, you either rise or you sink. Mm-hmm. And I've always thought I'd be, like, a rise kind of person. Because I always kind of been, like, in my life that, like, I always rise above it. You know, you gotta keep going, do the stuff and the things.
It's a lot of shit we've had to go through.
Yeah, but I'm, like, I feel like in a society where, like, you're always expected to have a really big individual purpose. And, like, people kind of get depressed over the fact that, like, sometimes their purpose is working at fucking Best Buy. And, like, they're just doing normal things.
Really caught up by that guy at Best Buy.
Because his life was so mundane on the regular. He had, like, 3
failed marriages.
I know, but, like, you know what I'm saying? That's, like, he was a perfect example of someone who did not fulfill what, like, stereotypically is, like, a meaningful existence during his time before the zombies took over. But when the zombies took over, he fucking stepped up and was like, I'm a leader now. I'm going to make sure I take care of the people who were with me, and, like, was like an honorable dude. Kind of gives you a new lease on life when the world's awful.
Yeah. And I think for me, I'm just always going to enjoy zombie movies and zombie media. It's just always a thrill. And it's always very interesting to see people just on this base level of humanity. And seeing, like, there be good people, and seeing that there's hope, and seeing people survive, but also with this impending doom all the time. And then, you know, I'm a sucker for gore, so.
Yeah.
And zombies are all about that gore.
Yeah, I'd be more scared of people in the apocalypse than I would be of zombies.
Yes.
I feel like zombies I can deal with. I know what that is. Maybe. In this hypothetical situation.
And I mean, honestly, odds are we would just be dead. So
yeah.
It's like, we don't even know.
Woo!
It's like, whatever.
Let's die early.
Done! We don't have to do anything anymore. We could stop doing things.
Yeah.
And just eat. Oh, I love to eat. So yeah, that is zombies.
Yeah.
I mean, well, a little bit.
Yeah.
This is a little teaser.
Part 1.
Of all the parts. Oh my god, Kat.
Don't ruin my childhood things.
This paint is getting to my brain. I think I
washed most of mine off.
My face looked like the baseball.
You kind of look like an Avatar person now.
No, I look like the baseball people from Warriors. Someone.
Warriors
Come out to play. That's glass on my fingers sounds.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm really good at sound effects with
Yeah.
my mouth. Okay, so we are down with the sickness of the zombies.
Yeah.
Ooh, ah.
Don't get married to your kids.
Don't get married. Delete your kids.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know. I was trying
Don't
to be a
get
zombie.
pregnant.
The baby will eat you.
Yeah.
In zombie America, baby eat you.
Yes.